Hey guys, my name is Sid. Welcome to another vlog, and today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I've been checking out this phone for the whole day today. I just got it this morning and I thought I'd share some of my thoughts since I'm coming from an iPhone 10. So this is going to be my experience of switching from an iPhone 10 to an iPhone 11 Pro and how much of a difference that makes. I've just had the phone now for about 7 or 8 hours, but in this time I've taken a few pictures, I've taken a little bit of video, gotten used to the screen and a few of the features. Let's get into it, but before that, this is what happened this morning. Alright guys, today is iPhone day. It's the 20th of September in Dubai, and I'm going to pick up the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now I did this video before about all the features of the new phone. It was a live stream, so you can go check it out. I'll leave a link over here. But basically, I'm getting the phone basically for the cameras, and I think it's going to be a bit of an upgrade for me from the iPhone 10 because of the larger screen. I really love the plus size screen, and of course that new battery life. So I've got a new baby, guys. I take pictures from my phone all the time. So I'm going to the Etisalat store right now, which is pretty close to my house actually, and I already called and confirmed they have the iPhone 11 Pro Square Gray 256, the one that I want. And you know, I'm basically getting the iPhone 11 Pro for the camera. As you guys know, I do a lot of stuff with cameras. I do YouTube videos, so the camera is really going to be helpful. This is being shot on the iPhone 10, so every once in a while I don't have my fancy camera with me, so I have to use my phone. And the picture quality on the iPhone 10 is great, no doubt, but I did check out the cameras on the iPhone 11 when I had a chance to check them out in the store, and it looks fantastic. So let's go compare the iPhone 10 to the iPhone 11 Pro. I'll see you guys back in the studio. So once I got the phone from Etisalat, we had to unbox it. So this is the unboxing. So if you guys want to know what comes in the iPhone 11 Pro box, check this out. Otherwise, skip the next 2 minutes or so. Alright guys, we're back in the studio checking out the new iPhone 11. This is the space gray version. I decided not to go with the green version. I'm just a fan of space gray. I thought we'd check out how it looks compared to the old space gray. So that is a satisfying feeling. There we go. There's a little tab to pull it up. Here we can see the triple camera setup. I quite liked it. I saw it before I picked it up. I was still in two minds, but when I saw the finishing of this thing, it looks fantastic, guys. It really does look nice, much better than expected. And so let's just do this. Ooh, I'll mess that up. The wrapping doesn't go around the whole phone anymore. So I'm quite a big fan of the matte finish they have this year. I think it looks better than the glossy look that they had with the iPhone 10. Now I had the iPhone 10 and so I'm not used to this size, but it does look fantastic. I'm enjoying the bigger phone. Definitely, I think I prefer the larger screen. That's why this year I decided to go with the Max. So let's continue with the unboxing before I set this thing up. So here we get the Designed by Apple in California stickers, AirPods over here. That's pretty standard, along with the lightning connector. So you don't get the lightning to headphone jack converter anymore. Then here we've got the USB to USB-C cable from Apple. So that's pretty cool. Now we can do fast charging with this. And also this is the 18-watt adapter. It's obviously in Dubai, so we've got the UAE plug over here. And yeah, USB-C on this side. Finally, Apple, thank you so much. Also, I quickly wanted to show you guys this thing. So this year, for the first time, Apple's giving you a clear case. So they've never made a clear case before. So we're going to be checking that out as well. So let's just get into it. I'm so happy that Apple finally made a case that's clear, because you know, the rest of the cases kind of hide the iPhone's beautiful design. So this is what the clear case for the iPhone looks like. Pretty nice. I'm a big fan of clear cases. The iPhone 11 Pro with the clear case. Sorry guys, apologies for the poor sound quality. I didn't realize my mic was not plugged in as yet. iOS has this feature where you can set up your phone directly just by putting your new iPhone close to it. So let's check that out. Yes, unlock to continue. Face ID. Alright. I love this about the new iPhones. So quickly we can see a comparison over here between the iPhone 10 and the iPhone 11 Max. You can see it's significantly bigger. Wow, I can already tell that the camera in this is better just by looking at Face ID. Guys, I busted my neck the other day, so this is a bit painful. So that's cool. It's going to be copying the information directly over here between the two iPhones. You don't need iCloud, you don't need anything, you just need your two phones to be next to each other. They will wirelessly sync. All my apps and everything are going to come back. And now I guess we wait. I'll see you guys in a bit. Then when I finally had a chance to set up my phone, I did run into a few bugs. Now all my apps and everything got transferred over, but iOS 13 is having this bug where some of the apps, Plants vs Zombies for example, is giving me this error, unable to install. I had to delete the app, re-download it, and then it seems to work fine. Luckily, most of my apps like WhatsApp and stuff were fine, so I didn't lose too much data that way, but a few things didn't work, like Facebook, Instagram and stuff weren't working, so I had to delete them, re-download them. But that took about 10 minutes and then everything was pretty much back to normal. I think iOS 13 is still a little buggy. And I did do a review about iOS 13 for the iPad already. You can go check out that video over here as well. That's got a lot more details about iOS 13. So obviously the first big difference that I saw in the phone was iOS 13. Now iOS 13 has the new dark mode. So it's not drastically different on the home screen, but when you do open certain apps like the Mail app, for example, you are going to see that it's all dark now. So I'm going to show you guys my email, guys. But anyway, it does show you that it's all dark and the text is all white. So it does make it a bit easier to read. So of course, switching from the iPhone 10 to the Max, that was something you noticed right away. The second thing is obviously the screen size. Now this is a 6.5-inch OLED screen. The iPhone 10 had a 5.8-inch OLED. So this is supposed to be the super XDR display, HDR. I mean, it's nice, no doubt, but I really haven't seen a difference yet. But you know, like I'm going to check out Netflix HDR content. I haven't really seen any HDR content on here yet, so that's going to come in the full review. But yes, the screen looks great, brightness is great, looks great in daylight. Awesome screen. The third thing I really noticed, which is quite obvious, is the speed at which Face ID unlocks. Now I heard that this is something that's carried over from the 10s. It was pretty quick in 10s as well compared to the 10, but I'm enjoying this feature now where like it literally instantly unlocks. Whereas on my iPhone 10, I did have to wait for like say half a second. This probably does it in like 0.2 or 0.3 seconds. So that's significantly faster. It feels like double the speed faster. And now there's like literally no lag between the time that I unlock the phone and that Face ID unlocks it. I did try it from different angles. It's still, now it unlocked. So, I mean, that's pretty close to where the iPhone 10 used to unlock from as well. I also tried it sideways. Face ID still doesn't work sideways on the iPhone. That's where it unlocks. So, that was a bit of a disappointment. I was hoping they had improved that in the iPhone 11 Pro where you could unlock it sideways as well. It's not a huge hassle. I'm used to it with the iPhone 10, but I wish they had improved that. Now, why did I buy the iPhone 11? Couple of reasons. One is to review it for this YouTube channel, of course. Secondly, I wanted the bigger screen. I've been wanting it since I bought the iPhone 10. If you guys want to check out that old iPhone 10 review, it's up here as well. But yeah, so one of my gripes with the iPhone 10 was that I was coming from the iPhone 7 Plus. And compared to the Plus, the iPhone 10 screen seems slightly smaller. It's supposed to be 5.8 inches compared to the 5.5 of the 7 Plus. But in reality, because of the dimensions of the phone, because it's vertically longer, it doesn't seem that way, especially when you're watching video and stuff. So this is a lot closer to the iPhone 7 Plus experience. In fact, it's even better. You get even more screen real estate. And I definitely missed having that on my phone. I did enjoy the size of the iPhone 10 though. It was a great size. This also feels like a good size. It doesn't feel too big in my hands, but it is a big phone for sure. And if you have small hands, you might struggle with this phone. The next thing I did was check out the speakers on this phone. Now, the speakers are sounding amazing, quite a bit better than the iPhone 10 as well. Now, the iPhone 10 had a great speaker system, and this seems to be even better. It's definitely louder. I didn't compare too much yet. I've just had it for a few hours, but I did listen to a podcast and it definitely sounds louder on this phone than it does on the iPhone 10. Again, that's something I think is coming from the iPhone 10s. Now the big feature of the iPhone 10 Pro, two big features, and the main reason that I bought this phone is battery life. 5 extra hours of battery life over the 10s, so that was something that was really appealing to me. I don't want to have to recharge my battery 2 times in a day, which I do have to do with the iPhone 10 now. So that's going to be great if this thing lasts me a whole day. I mean, I've been using it pretty much continuously, setting up the phone, downloading all the apps, using it on the internet. It's been about 8 hours. When I took it out of the box, it seemed like it was at about 70 or 80%. Now it's at 40%. So 30% in the last 8 hours of heavy usage. I'll do a real battery test for the final review, which is going to probably come in like 10 days or so. Now the next big feature which I tested out was of course the cameras. I mean, I'm a vlogger, I like cameras, I have a lot of cameras. So, and the other main thing is that we have a new baby girl, she's just 4.5 months old. So, you know, I don't always have time to pull out the big DSLR. You want to just take out your phone and take a good video. Now the iPhone 10 had great video as well, but this is significantly better. Like, I've looked at them side to side. So I'm going to put up some photographs that I took today while I was going for a walk downstairs. It was pretty dark. So I was taking the dog for a walk, and I'm going to just show you a couple of pictures and videos that I took. So there's going to be comparisons. So you'll see the difference between the iPhone 10. Now this phone performs much better in low light, even without the night mode. So if you're looking to shoot at like dusk or something like that, this is going to capture a lot more light. Also, the detail in the photograph is much better. The dynamic range in the photograph is much better. It looks a lot more like a DSLR photograph than it does a phone picture. So this is doing an amazing job with photography. It really surprised me how much better it is than the iPhone 10. The second thing is video. I think this is doing an amazing job with the video, especially in low light. And now, of course, the third feature, the big feature that you have is the ultra wide camera. All right guys, another cool feature about the iPhone 11 Pro is that because of this wide mode, it works for the 11 as well. You can pretty easily vlog using this camera because it's so wide, you know you're going to be in frame. So that's pretty awesome, right, Zoe? The ultra wide is great to have. Shots look amazing in it. You get that GoPro kind of feeling. You can capture a lot more. It's something that was missing in the previous iPhone. A lot of the competitors were doing it, and finally the iPhone has it, and I think they've done a great implementation of it. I also tried out the night mode. I just did a couple of shots of the Burj Khalifa. It wasn't pitch black where I was doing it. It still did go into night mode, which is something that you can't turn on manually. It does it automatically. It did a 2-second exposure. I think the shot came out okay. We'll definitely test out night mode more for the final review. Just didn't get time enough to do it for today's initial impression. In conclusion, what do I think of the iPhone 11 Pro? I think it's a good upgrade from the iPhone 10. And I think if you have anything before that, if you have the iPhone 8 or if you have the iPhone 7, anything below that, you get this baby and you're going to be super happy. But I would still advise majority of people, if you are a little bit price conscious, definitely go for the iPhone 11. It has an amazing screen. I was checking it out this morning as well. The screen looks great. The cameras are the same. The processor is the same. Pretty much everything's the same except for the screen and that telephoto camera. So decide whether the screen is really important for you, or you can save a good chunk of money and get the iPhone 11. Anyway guys, that's it for this initial impressions of the iPhone 11 Pro. Let me know what you guys think of this video. If you like it, hit that like button, leave me a comment, subscribe to watch more videos like this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. And of course, the whole review is coming soon, guys, in about 5 or 6 days. So stay tuned for that and make sure you subscribe for that. See ya.